Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are in my bedroom discussing something that I love, and that is skincare. All my life I have loved skincare, and this is mainly because I've grown up with really strict brown parents that didn't let me wear makeup until I was like 16 / I was secretly wearing it in such a fashion that it was not as noticeable, but it did make me take my skincare seriously. I would pretend that my moisturizer was a makeup product and I would put it on my eyelids. I used to use sunscreen on my eyelids because you know how sunscreen gives brown skin a purple tint, so I used to put it on my eyelids and pretend that I was wearing purple eyeshadow because I'm weird. But also my mom has always drilled into me that taking care of your skin is really important, and speaking of my mom, she's probably just inspired my approach to skincare and my approach to looking after myself, in that I have never seen her with a spot, much like a little pizza margarita on my face right now, but it's okay. Remove. And she has the simplest skincare routine, and she wears makeup. She just took her makeup off at night, every night, wash her face every morning, and always applies moisturizer. She doesn't have a million steps. That leads me on to say that the routine that I've stuck to for the last 11 to 12 years is pretty simple. It's involved from 1 step to about 5, give or take, because some of the things I do once a week and one thing I do every other day. And what I will say about my skincare routine as well is that it's something that I stick to and that is very consistent in my life, whether I'm at home or on holiday or stressed out or like really drunk and wanting to go to bed and got loads of makeup on. It's something I always do at night and in the morning. Now, my skin is dry and dehydrated, and the difference is that when you've just washed your face and your skin is drying, if it starts to feel tight, you've more than likely got dehydrated skin, whereas if your skin is actually like flaking off, then you have more dry skin. And then because I do have brown skin as well, I also have hyperpigmentation. Now, the actual hyperpigmentation existing on my face, I'm not too worried about. It's something that I've grown to not really care about. The hyperpigmentation I try to target with my routine is more the discoloring that can come as a sign of aging, wrinkles and death. So we'll just jump right into the routine. In the mornings, I always wash my face to just get rid of all the goop and anything else that might have found its way onto your skin from overnight. In the last 4 to 5 years, I have used African black soap, and it's varied in type. I've got a couple of bars off Etsy trying to find as naturally sourced black soap as I can, so kind of not as refined, but I have always gone back to Dudu Osun. This is a really foamy cleanser and it's really simple. It's a bar soap. I actually just keep it in a little coconut oil jar, an empty one, side of the sink, just because it can get a little bit messy. It disintegrates really easily when it's wet. And then I always go in with a hydrating cleanser. So I've always used hyaluronic acid, and this isn't like a typical acid. It's a very like gooey texture, and I've actually recently bought the ordinary one in the 60 ml size because I tried out the 30 ml and it works pretty well on me, and it's really affordable. The 60 ml one is £10 and it's literally going to last me forever. I've already had it for 3 weeks and it looks like I've barely even made a dent in it. This is awesome. And then I wait at least kind of like 30 seconds for that to soak into my skin because I don't want to mess around with each layer with the next thing I put on. The next thing I do is apply an oil, and I love oils on my skin. My skin loves it, like my skin type loves it, and I also love the feeling of it. The one that I am trialing out right now is the ordinary bee oil. So I bought this because it has rosehip in it, and I freaking love rosehip seed oil. It's really great for brown skin because it kind of evens your skin out and gives you the most amazing glow with consistent use. This one is, I actually can't remember the price, but I will put it up on the screen. This one is bee oil, so it's full of fatty acids. It's got marula oil and borage seed oil, which are the two ones that I prefer for my skin type, and also from the research I've done is pretty good for brown skin. So I'm really generous with the oil. I put 3 to 4 to like a billion drops all over my face, and I also take that time sometimes to kind of just massage it in and wake my skin up a little bit because it gets rid of any puffiness and kind of like that you want to bring back down. And then I'll use a moisturizer. Now this moisturizer is, I feel like it's literally like my sister because I don't remember not using it. So it's Astral and you'll find this in like Boots, Superdrug. I love this stuff. This is a super thick, it doesn't feel heavy, but it does look heavy. It's when you put it on, your skin is really, looks quite greasy, but oh my god, once I put this on, my skin just feels like quenched. Once I've locked in the hydrating serum and the oils with my moisturizer, I will then go in with SPF, and the type of SPF I use also depends on whether I'm wearing makeup or not. If I'm wearing makeup, I use a chemical one, and the one that I love, if you have brown or black skin, you've probably 100% heard of this, but it's the La Roche-Posay Anthelios SPF 50 Invisible Fluid. The reason I like this one is because it actually looks amazing on the skin once you put it on. You've got a really nice sheen. And also it's sweat proof and waterproof, which is why I love it, because you can go to the gym, you can go for a run, and when you start sweating into your eyeballs, it doesn't sting. And then if I'm actually just sitting around in the house and I haven't got anywhere to go, I'll use a physical sunscreen, the Avène SPF 50 Comfort Cream. And this does give you that purple blue tint, but as I said, it's a physical sunscreen, so it will, if I'm sitting around in the house, it's okay if I look purple. By the way, I've learned a lot of what I know about SPF from Dr. Ratan. I will actually link the video I'm talking about and her channel down below. She makes really useful evidence-based information for brown and black skin and hyperpigmentation, so I would check her out if I were you. The extra steps that I include in my nighttime skincare routine are just oil cleansing, i.e. double cleansing. I will get some coconut oil, and I actually have this humongous jar that I got on Groupon as a pack of 2. I always bulk buy my coconut oil. You use the oil to break down the oils in your makeup, in your mascara, and all the gunk that's sitting on your face, so that you can just remove it with a cloth. I'll massage like a teaspoon amount of this into my face. I'm very generous. I just love to like attack all the crap on my face with this, and use a warm towel, and I love to just like leave the towel on my face. It's a really relaxing like moment of my day, and then I will just swipe off and take off all the makeup that's been sitting on my face. And once you get every single bit off, then I will go in with the Dudu Ocean or the African black soap. I used to use the simple face wash as well, but this kind of works out a little bit cheaper, not that simple, it's even that expensive anyway. So then I'll wash off any remnants of the oil left on my face or any makeup like that with the black soap, and then I will just repeat the steps from the morning. So I will apply my hydrating serum on top onto damp skin, and then a couple of drops of my favorite oil. When I'm applying the oils, I love to actually just give myself a little bit of a longer massage, especially if I have the time. I love to just take my knuckles and kind of go underneath my jawbone and around my forehead, and I think the little massage where you do this, it's so underrated and it's so de-stressing. And a wee temple rub, really nice. That's a really nice way to help the oils kind of absorb into your skin and also just de-stress from the day. So yeah, massage is great. The things I like to do a couple times a week include exfoliating and applying a clay mask to my skin, and I like to exfoliate with salicylic acid. Right now I'm using the Stridex salicylic acid 2% pads, and I got these off iHerb, and I only do it every other day. So if I exfoliated on Monday, I wouldn't again till Wednesday nighttime, and I also only do it in the nighttime. I also recommend the Ordinary Salicylic Solution, and this is actually another tip I learned from Dr. Ratan, is that AHAs aren't really the best for brown and black skin. It can lead to hyperpigmentation through some molecule related things, but I'm not very sciencey, so I would just go watch a video on that. I will link it down below as well. And the other thing I love to do at least once a week, maybe twice a week if I'm like struggling really badly, is to apply a clay mask. I use the infamous Indian Healing Clay off Amazon. I bought it, I can't even remember when I bought it. I feel like it was maybe 2017. It's half full. Ooh. I do use half a teaspoon of it, and I've actually got another video in the making for my DIY face mask recipes, because none of the face masks that I apply to my skin are actually things that I've bought from shops. They're all like DIY home remedies. This clay is actually 100% bentonite clay, and this is a really good antibacterial, anti-inflammatory clay that helps to get rid of toxins in the skin. The price has gone up quite a bit in the last few years. I have been checking it. When I bought it, it was like £6, but I think it's like 20 now. I will check and put it online. It does last you a really, really long time. So I think based on cost per use, this is super affordable. You can buy different clays as well, but I haven't tried any other clays and I like this one. And once I like something, I don't really change from it. So yeah. Now moving on to my lips. Now my lips are a huge issue for me because I'm such a bad anxiety-driven lip biter. I will bite my lips off until they bleed without even thinking about it. And I do it especially when I'm stressed. I literally never buy anything else, and it is the Eucerin Aquaphor, and it's a soothing skin balm. And it's basically this like balm-like texture, goes a long way, so a little bit goes a really long way, and I basically just apply it all the time. Like my lips are just never sitting without it. It's always underneath all my lip products, and it also helps my lips heal faster from my eating them off. And for my body, I actually use a shea butter, cocoa butter, mango butter concoction that I've actually made myself, and it's just really, really good for your skin. That is another video that's in the making as well. If you're interested in that, let me know if you are. I'm obsessed with trying to try too many different products out at the same time. I have a rule to myself that if I do want to try something new, I will only ever swap out one thing in my routine for that item. It's kind of like a science experiment, so I'm keeping like everything else the same and only changing the one thing, so that if it does have a negative effect on me, I know it's that, and I don't need loads of steps and you don't need loads of products. If you have a simple routine, you're just more likely to stick to it, and consistency in skincare I think is the most important thing. If a product works for you, you stick to that because that's what would maintain healthy skin. You don't need to change it up. I 100% don't believe that you need to throw money at products in order to see results. The only thing that you can get with extra money are things like facials and extravagant treatments that do benefit your skin in a way. But how is the ordinary bee oil going to be that much worse or different to £100 oil that came from like the anus of a diamond? Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, those are my golden rules: keeping it simple with simple products that each have an objective, and only ever really trying something new one at a time. If you don't really have to or need to try new things, just don't. So there you go, guys. That is my affordable skincare routine and a couple of skincare tips thrown in there. I hope this video was a little bit useful and you enjoyed it. Let me know if there are any products that you have kind of lived by, that are your diehards. It would be really cool to see what kind of things are working for everyone else. Thanks for watching!